If you've been keeping up with today's news, then you've probably heard about the rising inflation. I mean, in all reality, you don't have to even pay attention to the news to feel the impacts on your day-to-day life. And I'm sure you've been seeing the prices of housing and interest rates on the rise. So with housing costs going up, how is it possible that homeownership can be a shield from inflation? Find out today in today's episode of Rockin Real Estate News. Welcome to Rockin the Real Estate News. I'm Alice Cooper and I look forward to answering what's rockin' in Daytona Beach real estate. Today we're talking about rising inflation and what you can do to shield yourself from its impact. Inflation is all around us, from the necessities to the luxuries, and we're seeing our wallets impacted in just about everything we purchase. Prices are going up, interest rates on the rise, and you may be reevaluating whether or not purchasing a home this year makes good financial sense. While the answer depends on your situation, here's how home ownership can help you combat the rising cost that comes with inflation. Investopedia.com, which if you haven't checked it out, is a site I highly recommend, explains that during a period of high inflation, prices rise across the board. Everything from food, entertainment, goods and services, even housing. But it's not just the price of the purchase that changes. It's the cost of rent is going up as well. It's estimated that rental prices in Central Florida have gone up by 24% in the last 2 years, with rents in some areas in Florida jumping as much as 39%. So how do you protect yourself from these huge increases? The answer lies in homeownership. Buying a home allows you to stabilize what typically is your biggest monthly expense, your housing cost. If you get a fixed rate mortgage on your home and you lock in that monthly payment for the duration of the loan, that's 30 years. So even if other prices rise, your housing payment will be a reliable amount that you can keep your budget in check. If you rent, you don't have that same benefit and you won't be protected from rising housing costs. Your landlord can and very likely will raise the cost of your rent to keep up with inflation, and as a renter, your only other choice would be to find another place to rent. Unfortunately, there just aren't that many options right now. While it's true rising home prices and mortgage rates mean that buying a home today might cost more than it did a year ago, you still have an opportunity to set yourself up for a long-term win. Buying now lets you lock in today's rate and prices before they jump. While no one has a crystal ball, experts agree both interest rates and home prices will continue to rise in the months, if not years, to come. Another reason to invest in home ownership is because during inflationary times, it's especially important to invest your money in an asset that holds or grows in value. Let's take a look at what that means for home ownership. Here we see the inflation rate in blue compared to home price appreciation in green over the last 50 years. Notice that home prices appreciation outperform inflation in most decades all the way back to the 70s, making home ownership a historically strong hedge against inflation. So what does that mean for you? Thanks to the ongoing imbalance of supply and demand, experts predict home prices will only go up from here. And once you buy a home, any home price appreciation that does occur will be good for your equity and your net worth. And since home prices are typically assets that grow in value, even during inflationary times, you have peace of mind that history shows your investment is a strong one. Bottom line, if you're ready to buy a home, it makes sense to move forward with your plan despite rising inflation. If you want an expert advice on your specific situation, how to time your purchase, let us know and we can come up with a plan that works best for you. And until next time, rock on, rock stars.